Chavo Sr. would do it. Dusty Rhodes would do it.
But they would do it to fuck with Flair.
No, they would do it in other matches too because it was a popular move. Why was Flair's different? That's what I'm talking about, you jerk.
Yeah, but Greg Valentine's on for the figure 4 too, though.
Let's see. XPW has a huge hole in the Cali scene, not gonna lie. No one has been able to fill that spot. No, I disagree, Tim. I think fucking,
Lucha Underground.
Well, Lucha Underground is a TV product, not necessarily like, I'm going to see the Lucha Underground show. They tape a fucking season in a week. You're done. Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. PWG 100% has picked up that fucking SoCal.
Yeah, but where was XPW? This California's a huge state.
Oh, SoCal. It's also in California. Yeah, so, I mean, you run these fucking companies out of SoCal, and I think that's the closest thing. I mean, PWG has picked up, even though that's a super indie, and they're not using a lot of local talent. I mean, was XPW really using a lot of local talent?
How often do
Once a month.
Is it once a month?
Sometimes they'll run, like, triple shot weekends and shit like that, but
they don't use local guys?
I mean, they use some, but like fucking John Morrison, fucking Zack Sabre, Jeff Cobb.
I think Jeff Cobb is... Oh, no, he's Arizona.
Right, but I mean, it's still kind of West Coast, but Cobb is not originally from there.
Right.
He's from Hawaii. Fucking moved to California to train with APW. Anyway. Spanish Fly, mention. That's your favorite tag team right there, Joe.
My favorite Spanish Fly?
Your favorite tag team?
Oh, them scumbags.
Didn't Stone Cold get the stunner from Mikey and he's it? Was the whippersnapper, but again, who made the move famous? Jeffrey wants to know what your feelings on Lucha Underground is. Joe, I know this is one of your favorites. Go ahead.
I enjoy Lucha Underground. I like it a lot. Something different.
I think at this point, Lucha Underground is the only alternative to WWE. I love Ring of Honor. I've got a lot of friends in Ring of Honor, but they're presenting a TV wrestling product. Impact as well. There's a lot of great stuff going on in Impact right now. It's a TV wrestling product, and they present it as such. Lucha Underground is a complete and utter alternative. Whereas, like, WWE would be Pepsi, Ring of Honor would be Coca-Cola, Impact would be like RC Cola, fucking Lucha Underground would be like Gatorade, exactly. A complete alternative. Kenny Omega's one-winged angel. Yeah, that's a pretty ridiculous move. See, here's why I'm not a huge fan of the one-winged angel, Phil. And again, it's a great fucking move, and this is not taking anything away from Kenny Omega. He's probably the best wrestler in the world right now. But for me, that move takes so long to set up. Like, you just know it's coming. Or you know it's going to be, like, it just takes a long time to set up. My favorite moves, as I was saying before some jerk next to me interrupted, was that my favorite moves are the ones that come out of fucking nowhere. Completely come out of nowhere. I love the fucking lariat. I love the fucking, what do you call it? The Rainmaker.
Who does that?
Okada, but a lot of people do like a ripcord line at this point. Homicide's Cop Kill. That's another one. It was fucking, for its time, well actually it wasn't originally, it was the, what did fucking Hurricane call it? Nightmare on Helm Street? No, that was a different move. But he would do the Vertebreaker. So he called it the Vertebreaker. He used to do that in WCW. That was skinny fucking Shane Helms. It was real skinny over there. But yeah, what a fucking unbelievable move to watch. Watching Homicide hit the Cop Killer as Loki came with the double stomp onto Jay Lethal is one of the most cringiest things I've ever seen in wrestling. Like, literally just looks like he murders him flat out. Completely kills him. The fucking Homicide's the man. Can't speak enough highly about him, besides the fact that that was the ugliest thing I've ever seen. In a good way. Ugly in a very good way. Anything else stand out to you, Joe? What do you think is the most iconic move?
Iconic move?
Iconic move. Like, what move has been done by I mean, honestly, I think the stunner is...
You talking about a finishing move or just a regular wrestling move?
Regular, it could be
body
anything.
Slam. Everybody does the body slam.
That's not... Here's what I mean by iconic. You've got Stone Cold Stunner. Anyone could throw a stunner, but that's Stone Cold.
And who
you know you're throwing it.
Was Johnny Ace, Johnny Lawrence after that.
No, but the Ace Crusher is a fucking diamond cutter.
Are you sure?
100%. 100%.
I thought he locked his hand and drove him down.
Nah. Ace Crusher. Ace Crusher! No, so my idea, and you guys, throw your ideas at me too.
Pile driver.
I could name you 10 guys who do a pile driver. None of them are like specific to it.
Orndorff, I think, I want the best pile driver.
Terry Funk, Cactus
No,
Jack.
I think Orndorff pulled them both away. Because he jumped up in the air with it, where the other guys just fell back.
Yeah, again, but I don't think that move is tied to him. There's been a billion people who do a fucking jumping pile driver.
I'm just saying, you think, maybe I'm missing your point on what you're saying.
Okay, so here's, again, Stone Cold Stunner. Everyone can do a stunner, but that move is forever tied to Stone Cold. If you do...
be one of the biggest stars ever.
Right, if you do... Well, that's why. You fucking get it over.
So
the Canadian Destroyer will forever be tied to fucking Petey Williams. The elbow... Anyone can do an elbow from the top rope. What do they say? Macho Man.
Yeah.
Someone called Macho Man elbow. Fisherman suplex. Mr. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Those are iconic moves to me.
DDT, Jake Roberts.
DDT, exactly, Jake the Snake. There was a billion dudes who threw a DDT, but there was only one Jake the Snake DDT. And everyone did that shit. Question, did Booker T had the Rock's move? First of the Rock made, The Rock made it. The Superfly splash off the cage, but now you're talking about something off a cage. Where, like, that adds to it. But I think a big body splash from the top. Would you consider that Snuka?
Well, yeah, because nobody was doing it. Who else was doing it? Well,
A big body splash?
Whoever just set off the top of the cage, he was the first to do that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
To my knowledge, anyway.
100%. But I'm trying to think, is there anybody else that I could think of that, like, when I think splash off the top? Yeah, you know what?
Right, well,
fuck that, because every time I ever do a fucking splash at all, I always fucking throw that shit up because it's fucking Superfly. So yeah, iconic.
Guys getting with the cage. Shane McMahon jumps off the cage all the time, right? WrestleMania, whatever. But Mick Foley, when he got thrown off the cage, that's what you think about people getting thrown off the cage. You know what I mean? Because that was real.
Oh yeah.
He just threw him.
That match is
It's uncontrolled. I mean,
it's hard to watch.
Shane, he's protected. Whatever he's doing, everything's fixed for him. When Mankind got thrown off, that was. You hope you land on the table.
So I'm gonna disagree with Zeno here. He says the frog splash is always tied to Eddie Guerrero. And while the frog splash is certainly tied to Eddie Guerrero, I think there's what?
RVD.
Right, like it depends because there's so many different variations of that frog splash that, like, I mean, honestly, like you see people do the D'Lo Brown, which
D'Lo did it too.
D'Lo stole it from Art Barr.
The Juicer.
Van Damme's 5-star frog splash. I mean, he has a couple guys right there who like set that move off, in my head at least. I don't know. Tell me I'm wrong, guys. By all means. Who would you say is tied to the powerbomb?
Sid.
Really?
Yeah. Who else did it besides Sid? At that time, Sid started doing it. Dan Spivey did it too, but Sid is the one that really... Yeah, Kevin Nash did the fucking jackknife.
I'd put Kevin Nash on the fucking powerbomb.
Nope,
of Sid.
Sid did it way before Kevin.
Doesn't care. I'm saying who did it first. If that's the case, then Mikey Whipwreck gets credit for the Stone Cold Stunner.
What's the name of Sid Vicious's finisher? Powerbomb. What's the name of Kevin Nash's jackknife?
Powerbomb. Jackknife powerbomb.
But Sid is... I don't know. Sid's won titles with that too, so I mean...
I'm sure that did Nash.
Yeah, he did. He beat Bat back a little bit. I gotta say Sid with that one.
I'll go with Nash. I'm gonna stick with Nash on that one. Either that, I mean, me personally, but I know I'm way out of left field with this. Dr. Death.
I don't even remember him doing it.
Dr. Bomb was finished.
Oh, when he sat down with it.
Set that power bomb.
Yeah, but he did the Oklahoma Stampede.
Yeah, but the Dr. Bomb was fucking. I mean, maybe again, it's just me because I'm fucking such a huge mark for the fucking All Japan heavyweights. Say Nash, but if you want to talk about who did it first, Luthez did the first powerbomb.
What about Vader?
Powerbomb?
Yeah, he did it too.
Yeah. But I wouldn't. I tied to Vader.
Because he just died. They showed a lot of him versus Bam Bam and shit like that. They were in cahoots who were versus each other from Japan.
Oh yeah.
On Facebook, I've seen a lot of them videos up there.
Imagine that tag team going up against you, Vader and fucking Bam Bam.
Huh?
Imagine you're signed on to wrestle those guys.
Or Bam Bam and Terry Gordy.
Oh my god. Sweet Jesus. Dude, those All Japan heavyweights in the 90s, man. I don't think there's anything.
Just when Vader came to WCW for the first time, they showed a promo package of him. And it's online, you can find it. Him with that mask on.
Jamie wants to know who invented the German suplex. So I actually know this. No, it wasn't Karl Gotch. It was actually invented by Jonah Hardix. Look it up. Jonah Hardix. truth. Let's go back to All Japan Heavyweights before we go. So fuck all that. I think Edge did the worst spear, Phil. It was a fucking 200-pound guy throwing a spear at you. Goldberg was 250. Fucking Rhino was 300. They ran through you. Edge tapped you in the stomach and fucking sat down.
With Goldberg on the spear.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was a bigger star and a bigger platform.
Let's go All Japan Heavyweights. There is, in my opinion, no roster stronger in the 90s, or actually of all time, than the 90s All Japan Heavyweights.
Vader, Steve Williams,
Terry Gordy, Kobashi,
Bam Bam,
Johnny Ace, who fucking did well over there despite not being very good.
Right?
They were more tag team stuff.
But they're still heavyweights.
Right, but that was Hawk and fucking Power Warrior. I'm talking about the heavyweight fucking matches, the one-on-ones. Kawada, Misawa. I said Kobashi. Fuck. Just that alone. Hansen. How am I blanking on fucking Stan Hansen?
Brody. Oh, the 80s. That's 80s.
Yeah, Brody was the 80s. Hansen was the 80s too, but Hansen had a great run in the 90s. My God. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that alone, to me, there's nobody. And those dudes are all, like, everyone I just mentioned are fucking monsters, you know?
We know Andre was over there quite a bit too. Maybe not in the 90s, but in the 80s.
Right, but he was an attraction. He wasn't the guy going 60 minutes a night.
No. Like
those guys. And again, you're talking about dudes like pushing 300 pounds, monsters in there.
Well, I mean, Andre wasn't over 400 or 500 pounds.
Right, but he wasn't going that kind of time. That's what I'm saying. 300 pounds.
Earthquake. John Tenta had a career over there too.
Not much. It was a lot of different companies. He wasn't an All Japan guy. He did UWF and War, I believe. Wrestle and Romance.
I just watched a documentary on him the other day.
John Tenta?
Mm-hmm.
Great guy. Great fucking guy. Taue, we brought up fucking... Yeah, New Japan was really pushing, especially in the mid-90s-ish, the junior heavyweights, because that was what they had differently, because at that point they hadn't pulled some of the heavyweights over. Fucking, how could I forget fucking New Japan, All Japan heavyweights? Fucking Muda.
Hell, he was not a heavyweight, though.
Brooklyn Brawler deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. Fuck the Brooklyn Brawler. How's about them apples?
Who asked you that?
Jeff Tadeo. Anyway, guys, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, King of Chaos NYC on all platforms, Warriors of Wrestling on all those platforms. YouTube, Warriors of Wrestling. We got a show coming up July 14th. Ultimate Survival, the show that everybody loves to see.
Speaking of heavyweights, Drew was in an ambulance match against Chris Steele, a dream match, the Ducks versus LAX.
That's going to be fucking ridiculous. I don't know how the fuck am I going to top that. I'm certainly going to try. For the boss man, King Cass, we'll see you later.